Now, Wave 31 Storm Tracker Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle with 31 Triple Doppler.
Nice warm day today.
Yeah, those clouds, though, setting in just as you said they would, and that means we got some rain on the way.
We do have some storms on the way, and potentially some strong, maybe some isolated severe weather overnight tonight. So it's good to have a way to get weather alerts. Of course, the Wave 31 Storm Tracker weather app, one of the ways to do that, just in case something moves through overnight tonight that you need to be aware of. For now, though, all the active weather is still well to our west. Let's take a look at it here, showing the wide view on satellite and radar. And severe weather is ongoing right now across parts of Oklahoma, northwest Arkansas, into Missouri, Illinois as well. And at least for the next few hours, this is where that threat is going to remain. So we're not looking at anything through probably, we'll say, late afternoon, early evening around here. But all of this active weather is likely to form into some sort of solid line of storms, and that is what is going to make a run through the Tennessee Valley a little bit later on tonight. Now, out ahead of it, there could be some isolated development. I am monitoring some storms that have flared up here in eastern Mississippi near Meridian. These are building off to the north and east, so through the early to mid-evening hours we may get a wave of some storminess coming on through. None of this activity right now producing severe weather, and hopefully it will remain that way, but won't rule out something strong that could come through before that main band arrives a little bit later on tonight. Again, right now though, Wave 31 Triple Doppler clean sweep out there, so proceed with your late Thursday afternoon plans without any weather worries, enjoying the warm weather out there that we have. Cooler temperatures will start coming in over the course of the weekend, and especially for the beginning of next week. All right, let's take you through the latest hour-by-hour look here with future radar. Again, just a few patches of clouds right now. We'll march you forward in time. Here's 10 o'clock in the evening, and again, we may get some storms that do arrive preceding the main band overnight tonight, especially across parts of northwest Alabama. So just keep that in mind. Would not rule out an isolated stronger storm here, and at least with this initial band, main concern would be for some hail and perhaps some gusty wind coming through with it. That will come and go, and then here comes the main line, likely arriving in northwest Alabama sometime around 3 a.m. Keep in mind, little flux with the time of arrival here. Could be a little earlier, could be slightly later, but we're kind of keying in around 3 a.m. with this band of storms beginning to move on in. And once it sets in, it will move in rather quickly. Here's 6 o'clock in the morning on your Friday. It is wet. On the leading edge of this is where we have that potential for some isolated stronger thunderstorm activity. And again, won't rule out something severe out of this before it's all said and done. 9 o'clock in the morning on your Friday, I think the threat for stronger storms has ended, but still quite a bit of rainfall will linger through most of the rest of the morning before breaking up a bit as we work our way on into your Friday afternoon. The severe weather risk, again, is much higher to our north and west this evening and through the early part of the overnight hours. Later tonight, though, that risk does settle in here to the Tennessee Valley, but at this point, the risk level remains 1 on our scale of 1 to 5, so it's unlikely that we would have widespread or significant severe weather, but some of these storms may pack a punch as they move on through, and during the very early part of the day on Friday, that risk will continue for portions of North Alabama before we just transition over to some rain and some shower activity heading through late morning and into the afternoon hours. Temperatures tonight, they will remain mild, and that is one of the reasons why we are looking for the storms and potential severe weather, only dropping back into the lower 60s tonight. Tomorrow, the morning hours in particular will be wet and occasionally stormy. Temperatures starting off in the 60s tomorrow morning, but not likely going much higher into the afternoon. May hit the low 70s in Gadsden, but for most of us, we will stay in the 60s through the end of the day tomorrow. Here's a breakdown of your Wave 31 Storm Tracker 10-day forecast after the rain and storms Friday weekend. Not bad. Saturday's trending dry, 70. We've dropped the rain chance on Sunday now down to 20% with highs in the mid-60s. Next week, still expecting a cool down, at least briefly, into the 50s for highs a couple days, and a freeze still on tap Monday night into early Tuesday before temperatures bounce back again later next week. But again, we'll be watching the storms overnight tonight. Does not look like it is going to be as significant as what it'll be off to our west this evening, but we'll still watch things very closely.